Oh my gosh. Look at this max value.
And there it is, Texas Mike. That was a fatty.
You bluffing? You want to see one card?
And guess who's unstuck? The 8 seat, Alan Keating.
Wow, there's the call. What a dream scenario.
Wins over $1 million in this hand. There's the call. Unbelievable.
You got a hand. This is going to get interesting. So Mike raises with Queen Jack. Keating 3-bets. Steve calls. Jack, depending on how he decides to play this hand, we could see the chips go in. Yeah, he's going to 4-bet to 125. Keating may shove this. Jack folded jacks earlier on when there was a 4-bet and a 5-bet.
I got in a bad spot. I fold.
I'm not sure he's going to fold this one, though.
Good hand, though.
Keep in mind, Jack already down $1 million.
How much is it?
Are we going to get $1 million in pre-flop? We know there's only 110 left in the deck. Has to be a sickening feeling for Jack here with 2 red 10s. You know Keating can get out of line. But you don't love it. There's the all-in. There's the snap call. And we do have $1 million pot. All-in pre. Pocket 10s versus ace-king.
You choose. You choose.
One time.
One time. You know Keating doesn't care. Jack looking to get closer to even. Gonna gamble. There's the king. Running diamonds or a 10 is what Jack needs. And now just a 10. 8 of diamonds on the river, and Keating wins a huge flip. Just under 1.1 million in there.
Thank you.
Jack felt it once again.
Let's see. Again,
Lovely. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Keating. Oh, nice hand. Oh,
yeah, it's a flip.
Yeah.
I think he referred to his balloons as lovely decor. 3-bets to 62K with 10 deuce suited. Keating calls with craps in position. Have fun, Haralabos. Oh, he will have fun. Top and bottom. How much value can he get from Keating, if any?
55.
Well, he's going to get at least 55K. Interesting card here. Keating now open-ended. If Haralabos had a hand like ace-king, he would have picked up a wheel draw, and he might be inclined to fire a second barrel. So this is a great time to put a big one out there. Set up a river shot.
150.
150.
150.
Perfect. Hands shaking just a little bit. It's been a long night, and that's his opponent. All in for Keating. Call.
Call.
Here we go. 855K pot.
Twice? Once or twice?
Twice.
Keating a 3-1 dog.
Pocket threes.
Needs an ace, 6,
Got 2 pair.
or 3.
2 pair? Wow. That's impressive. There aren't too many 2 pairs out there.
There really are not a lot of 2 pairs out there.
You have
I got
5-4?
Jenkins. No, I have a very...
4 deuce?
No.
He's got the Doyle.
3 or 10 deuce?
That's what I have.
That's funny.
That one goes to Haralabos.
Not it.
And so does that one. And
It's like
Haralabos
you have to have a hand on the button. You know?
back
You're like, 2 pair?
in the green.
2 pairs?
Look at that board.
It's a tough 2 pair board.
Where's the 2 pair?
I mean, 4 or 5, I guess. And very likely, I guess. But yeah. So the most
What a
likely.
pot.
It's Jiggy with the 10 too.
That was
Out of
suited. I only looked
character.
at 1. Obviously the 10.
3 bet. With 10 deuce.
Maybe nothing.
See what happens.
I thought you had
Everybody's in?
That's pretty speed.
Because it doesn't let you block.
Take a shot. Take a shot.
And the sets and
Pick.
yeah, and the sets and ace king are just gonna bet anyways, and probably call.
17.
17 is enough. 17,000.
Cool.
I don't know.
Big flop for Jack. Got shot straight flush draw. Steve with trip jacks, though. Texas Mike with trip jacks. 67,000 in there. Turns a blank. You see a Steve a
60.
pretty big favorite with 1 card remaining. The Queen of Hearts would be an absolutely cruel card, as Steve would make a full house and Jack would make a straight flush. Steve stuck 1.5 million. How much of that can he get back here? Jack's going to make the call. And Mike with trip jacks, no kicker, going to call as well. Over $300,000 in the pot. No, 247 now.
I thought there were no bugs.
River's a queen.
Check.
320.
320.
And Steve goes 320,000. What a river card. Queen of Hearts would have given Jack the straight flush. Jack does make the straight though.
Oh, I don't mind hearing the answer.
But if he'll
Speak freely. You always do.
if he folds out of turn, we can go in a lot of
Forget
speed
I'm here
for
for a minute.
it. But if you would just fold out of turn, and then I can talk to him. And I got him right where I want him. Right now, I don't have him right where I want him. I'll be honest with you.
Who?
Pot.
I really wasn't sweating you that much. I'm more sweating him.
Jack has already made a big laydown as he folded a small flush.
At me, Keating.
Jack with a huge draw gets there.
Queen Jack? Queen Jack, you have. Fucking Queen Jack. I know. Call.
There's the call. Mike has not folded yet, but $320,000 bet, $320,000 call. This pot, $887,000. What a spot. What a river.
Fucking highlight reel. Lead out and finish in third.
I hope so. 320?
Sorry, this is gonna take a minute.
320.
I feel like one option's been eliminated at least.
I guess. I think he protects you from that option. I don't know.
We're not supposed
I might
to talk
have him
about it.
beat.
What do you mean?
He means that 180 you have behind.
Like maybe I could have bluffed you, but what can he call you with?
Is anybody allowed to answer these questions? Probably not, right?
Heads up situation, it's pretty much anything goes. Three ways. Got to be a little bit more careful. Absolute gin card for Steve as Jack gets there just so he can
Nobody
lose
looks
a
very
huge
happy.
pot.
I got that going for me. Look at these guys. This is depressing. It's like a funeral. Like Ryan, seat open.
Which one?
I don't know.
3.
So Steve doesn't think anybody has a jack. You don't believe Steve. Call.
There's the call. Look at this max value, absolute max value. Jack said, Queen Jack. He nailed it, but he couldn't fold the straight. Mike overcalls. Steve goes 320 into 240, overbets the pot on the river and gets paid by 2 players. What a dream scenario as he wins a $1.21 million pot.
Yeah.
Hard to play against.
But you do it with ace-5 every time you do it, or just sometimes?
I mean, ace-5 suited, a lot of people, depends on the situation. Like, obviously not every time. If you're playing against, like, Brittany and she's, like,
Oh no, Texas Mike.
or, like, in a tournament.
You got screwed by Jasper. You just called with Jacks. Jasper squeezed with ace-9 offsuit, and now Peter might get all your chips.
80.
Makes it 80. An under-repped pocket jacks. What will Texas Mike do? Just called the open.
But it's also hard for them to have. So are people, like, re-raising?
Might say all in. Don't do it, Mike. Okay. Puts in the call. Looking for a jack. And there it is, Texas Mike. About to double up, you would have to think.
I assume a lot of that, but.
193K in the middle.
70.
Peter bets 70. Mike just calls. 333 in the middle. Texas Mike has 452.5 behind. Those are the effective stacks. All in time, Mike. You go all in with bluffs all the time. Just calls here with the set. 583 in the middle now. Great run out for Texas Mike. Peter will almost certainly jam and get snapped off. And we'll have a pot north of $1 million. First one in a while. There's the all in, there's the call. There's the bad news. $1.24 million pot being pushed to that man. Texas Mike.
No, you hit him with the call 4,000.
Yeah.
He aces.
Running bad all night. Then went set mining with jacks. Connie hooked him up.
There's an entourage.
A whole crew, I'm sure.
Airball folds first to act. Keating raises to 10K. And the cutoff, Haralabos exits.
10K to
As does
900.
Peter. And Texas Mike is in there.
Yeah, she did 10K to 900. Pretty sick.
Unbelievable. Really, it's unbelievable.
900 to 10K is way easier.
Mike checks. Keating bets 15K. Mike puts in a raise
65.
to 65,000.
Your average person is just
We'll see the flop soon. Keating calls, and we've got a bloater on our hands.
so crazy.
Keating flop top set. Texas Mike flopped pair and nut flush draw.
120.
That's 120 into 152.5. Keating scratches his head, wondering the best way to proceed with the absolute nuts. Just a call, he decides. Let him keep bluffing. 7-5 gets there, but Keating's not too worried about that. 392.5 in the middle. Mike finally checks. And here comes a bomb. A handful of Kobe's. Those are 25K chips. 425K? Something like that. 450K. Slight overbet. So Texas Mike is thinking about calling a third pair. Not sure what hands Keating could have here that are worse than A6. Raise pre-flop, bet the flop, called the check raise,
Can you
called
spread the pot, please?
the turn, bomb. and then bombed himself on the river after Mike checked. We saw him get paid due to his reputation for bluffing against Haralabos. Will he get paid once more? Had a huge bluff Monday
Such
night.
a clear fold. I don't believe.
Looks about the same as he did Monday night when he had air for more than this on the river. Not sure what he could have, but Texas Mike, a non-believer. Said it's a clear fold, but I don't believe. Something Keating did as Texas Mike second-guessing himself. Might it earn Keating an extra $450,000
Peter would call this correctly,
in this hand of poker?
but I'm going to call it and be dead wrong. No.
Poker face.
You could definitely have kings.
Checking to make sure
Almost kings raises the turn sometimes.
Peter's not assisting in any way.
7-9.
He's not. Yeah, 9-7 is one hand. Here comes the reputation payoff.
Sorry, guys.
Take your time.
Or not. Has him in the blender, as they say. Table
9-7 or 7-5, right?
7-5's a straight.
Kings up.
I guess 9-7 is what Texas Mike is thinking, or perhaps just hoping Keating has. Keating cashing in on all the action he's provided over the years. There it is.
I got it.
Oh, sorry. Nice hand.
Keating said, I got it. Mike thought he said, you got it. Showed his hand. And that was a fatty. $1.29 million pot.
Nice hand.
Thanks.
I think a lot of people feel good about their hand right now.
35.
What is it, Levy?
Peter's got momentum. He's getting dealt nice starting hands. Raises to 35K. Steve calls with King Jack suited, and Jack looks down at the number one.
45.
Huge re-raise incoming. If you watch the pregame show, you know that Jack and Peter have a big rivalry.
154.
Jack squeezes to 154K, and Pob has
Well, doesn't
9.
affect the action at all, it turns out.
Just an impossible
And you would behind like 500.
spot for Pav. It looks like he wants to continue. Thought his cards would be in the muck by now. Peter raised to 35. Steve called. Jack re-raised to 154. Bob doesn't want to let go of his straddle, holding 2 9s. But he eventually does. It's back to Peter. Making all the right moves.
Do you have a big hand?
Gotta believe
We're
this
not going to
King
talk about it?
Jack
Maybe.
is going in the muck as well.
Maybe we're going to talk about it, or maybe you have a big hand. Well, I have you beat right now. I call.
Whoa!
How you beat?
Steve, a non-believer. And this pot has ballooned to 355,000. Action flop, top pair plus flush draw against
Once.
the overpair.
Yeah.
Once the fuck? You have jacks?
Once. You want to see one card? I don't want to take. I don't want you to leave. So just pick one. I might not show it.
This one.
Can't show you that one.
This one.
You can't do it. I can't.
You can't take them anywhere.
I'm for sure ahead. For sure ahead.
Me too. Why should I fold this one?
Can't fold.
Well, how
can I?
Why can't I see?
And then only the hand you can order in jacks. This spot. Because I'm blocking flush draw. See.
True story. He's got the ace of
All right,
diamonds.
I don't want to send you home. I'll show you this one.
Yeah. No. What's that?
You can. Don't kill the hand.
How can I afford this one then?
You don't have to. You
Yeah.
don't have to.
Oh,
There's the call.
Once.
One time.
$1.3
We'll find
million pot. They're going to run it once.
how can I afford it?
Steve looking for a king,
That's crazy.
jack, or diamond.
On the turn. I don't want to wait.
No diamond.
I do not want to wait.
Diamond. You kind of want it on the river.
Who said I was asking for a diamond? I'm not asking for a diamond.
Oh my god. I think he has
You
jack.
can always hit the river.
I'm good on the turn. Let's go. I don't know if I should stand up. Should I stand up? Chips. Can we get the chips?
These guys are great.
How much you got?
Maybe go.
What? Well, how much is it?
Okay. 100.
4?
3, 400.
400 what?
400. 450.
450?
More.
Is it more than 5? More than
This
5?
is torture
Around 5.
for Jack. He wants to see the run out. That's a
That's not
great
good.
card.
For me, it's bad. Gotta be honest.
Good for me.
I know.
King no longer
Really
good
good
for
for me.
Steve. A jack
No king, no
or a
jack.
diamond.
What? How about a diamond?
Kings are there.
Okay.
Diamond.
Oh. Dangerous.
Jack. Stacks. Steve. Action flop. The money went in. They ran it once.
73.
And the ace is held.
3-bet from Airball. And Brandon.
107.
4 bets. And you just can't give Keating enough credit for completely blowing this game open. We're seeing a bunch of players doing things they simply were not doing in the first couple of hours of this show. Airball is not done with this. He calls. Drops a flush draw. This is a dynamic that Keating in large part created. I think going back to that hand where he blind raised to $10,000.
77.
$77,000 from Brandon. Airball calls. There's something in both these guys' eyes that was not there a few hours ago. Brandon improves on the turn. Had the best hand anyway, but he feels a lot more comfortable now. 378K in there.
How much do you have left? Like 270? 300?
Half
These
pot
are a little
Brandon.
higher. Yeah, roughly.
Does not have much behind. Really limits Airball's options.
Yeah, it's like 280, 290.
All in?
What? He jams.
What the fuck?
I mean, how can Brandon fold now?
525, 528.
He has less than 300,000 behind, and he has a good hand. King Jack is really not supposed to be good facing this action, I guess, but I don't see anybody fold here.
I mean, what the fuck?
This is a spot where people say WTF and then call. And I would imagine that's especially true against Nick Airball right now. Brandon's getting $1,000,000 to 1. And again, Airball's line does not make a lot of sense.
And there's just too much money in the pot, right?
There's 4-bet pre-flop. Maybe Airball could play.
Flop a set of threes. I'm just gonna go crazy. No way. She got
Aces or kings or ace-king this way occasionally.
Call the flop with ace-king. Ace-king with the ace of hearts, maybe.
4-bet by Brandon pre-flop.
There's too much money in the pot. I can't fucking fold.
Right.
400. I mean, I know I'm no good, but I can't fold.
Right.
It's a great situation. 400, 800 a pot. I got 200.
It's a great situation for you. I can't fold, but I know I'm no good.
People don't fold much when you give them this good of a price. There's the call.
Twice? Not twice.
Let's just go once.
One time. Airball looking for a heart. $1.3 million pot.
Yeah, let's just go.
Airball's on the hearts.
21% equity for Nick Airball.
We can chop the pot.
I have one of your hearts.
It's good news for you. Queens? I was trying to get you to full queens or jacks.
I have the king of hearts.
Oh, you have ace king?
No.
Oh, you have king queen?
No, I wish.
It's not a heart. Airball mocks
King jack. Wow, nice hand there.
and loses another massive pot. First the $1.6 million pot to Keating, and now this $1.3 million pot to Brandon. Airball saying he was trying to get Brandon to fold queens or jacks. I think Brandon might just check those hands back on the turn. And Airball's just got crumbs in front of him now.
I can afford that.
You heard Lindgren talking about that awesome story with
No, call the flop.
Alex Powers and James
You were
McManus.
check raising, you had the set.
You remember that?
I don't know those guys, but I heard him talking about it.
Pretty tight. Some people mixed it up.
Playing a big one against Jack. He's going to push Jack around here if he needs to. And he does not need to. He flops the nut flush against top pair and second nut flush draw. Here we go, Keating. Punish the kid.
See?
Bye.
Quick check raise to 80K. Jack calls.
80. Call.
We need a black card on the turn. A diamond will do. $216 in the middle. How much will he make it, Tug? Doesn't want to lose him, of course.
Call.
Snap call of 200K.
I thought you said this guy took time.
Only when he knows he's going to fold.
No.
And here it is.
Oh, my.
Send it in, Alan. Cooler card on the river. Keating might be a bit concerned that Jack boated up. This will get snapped off. 200 got snapped off on the turn.
Call. Call.
$1.46 million pot, and guess who's unstuck? The 8th seat, Alan Keating. The comeback is on.
So bad, David.
No. Okay, that makes more sense. Peter said you're an amazing poker player.
Keating's in there.
I don't speak Chinese. Me English, no Chinese.
No, you didn't.
Oh yeah, me Chinese, no English. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Top two for Keating. A straight flush draw for Airball.
35,000.
35 grand from Keating, who leads here. Airball just calls. Board pairs on the turn, but not in the way that helps Keating. Nonetheless, he's going to bet. $60 grand. Airball's raising.
230.
Keating calmly sips his coffee. And calls. Almost $550,000 in there. Big river card coming. Brick for Airball. He's about 1.4x pot behind.
$525.
And bets
125.
almost pot. So Keating now doesn't beat a 3. Doesn't beat an ace. Not much reason to put Airball on an ace, of course. After he raised the turn and bet this big on the river. Keating doesn't beat overpairs to the 8 either, although Airball really is not representing those hands. He's mostly saying he has a 3 or some sort of full house. And with the 8 and 4 in Keating's hand, there are not a lot of full houses available. For his opponent to have. Keating staring at his opponent. Not seeing tons of big bluffs tonight. Airball, who raised pre-flop, is representing a pretty small number of hands with this line. It's still really hard to call here with a hand this weak. Huge spot here. This will be a pot of about $1.6 million if Keating calls. continues staring.
You bluffing? I feel like you're bluffing. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense.
Not much. One combo of ace-3 suited. Maybe some king-3 suited.
Ace-3 of clubs. That wouldn't be a bluff.
One combo of pocket 3s. One of 8s, one of 4s. Might depend on how many 3x hands Airball raises with pre-flop. Probably ace-3, king-3, maybe 4-3. A lot of draws have missed.
It'd be a pretty big call. You don't really bluff for 100K, let alone 500. Ace-3 of clubs.
It'd be easy having that man staring at you for this long. Ace by itself, not much of a factor because Airball raised on the turn and now is betting very big on the river. He's not really saying he has an ace.
I'm not supposed to call you.
Wow, there's the call.
You win.
Eights and 3s, or 8s and 4s rather, with an ace for Keating. Incredible hero call, and the biggest pot of the night, 1.6 million, is going to head his way.
$1.6 million pot and one of the most epic calls we've ever seen on this show. Alan, walk us through the hand. Tell us what you were thinking.
Really? Hand synopsis?
What were you thinking? You know, well, how did you end up making that call on the river?
Just stared him down. Watched him.
What did you pick up on? What were you thinking? Did you pick up any tells? Anything on his bet size?
I was watching everything. There's hands he can be bluffing with, and he could easily have me beat. I mean, I could be down $1 million right now, or more. But the tricky part with Airball is he doesn't bluff a lot, not big numbers. But it's something that I said at the table a couple times in an hour. So I think I planted this seed in his head where it became somewhat of a challenge. And this hand came out where I didn't have a great hand by the river. I mean, even like a ace high that was bluffing beats me.
Bluff catcher at best.
Yeah, but knowing that it was kind of set up that way where he knew that I didn't want to call him and give him, you know, $500,000 when he's got a big hand, it flipped the dynamic where I think he took it as a challenge. And so I just kind of looked him down and made a guess.
So I had a poker player in my band last week in Morgantown. Oh, yeah, who was it? The guy says, Phil Ivey. Phil Ivey wasn't in Morgantown, man. What are you talking about? I call Phil. He's like, yeah, I was visiting my uncle.
Nice.
That was pretty unbelievable.
26.
But then we go and there's tailgating festivities in Morgantown. And
Cooler in progress.
we're walking in, and a little kid with a mullet, probably about 10 years old, walks up to Steve Daneman. It was just after his main event. So are you Steve Daneman? Yeah, yes, I am. He goes, you can't win, we're shit.
Keating tagging along with the Queen 10 offsuit against Queens and Jacks. Peter has Jacks. Jack has Queens. Keating has Air.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you said poker and someone just names the most famous player they know. You're like, yeah, right. Like, sure you did.
Jack bets 35. Peter calls. And Keating gets creative with the 3-percenter. 200 large.
180.
Or 180 large.
180.
Most players would like to have some sort of draw when they do this. Not that man. He doesn't care. Not a fun spot for Jack. Two more betting streets to come. Table has gone silent, which is appropriate. The pocket's over 300K.
Call.
Jack passes this test.
180.
You got it.
We have about $500,000 in the middle now, with Peter still to act. All of these guys hate folding. Keating laughing at his lunacy.
It's right here.
The Peter chip.
That's the I just punted 180K, didn't I? Look. Plenty of draws available on this flop. Two men with the overpairs, hoping that's what their opponents have. Peter calls as well. 621K in the middle as we head to the turn. Another flush draw available now. Have to believe. Jack will be checking here, you would think. It's odd to call the raise and then lead on a brick.
Check.
There's the check. Peter checks as well. Time to shut it down, Keating. Even if you can get Jack to fold, Peter's gonna look you up. Interesting card here. The flush draw comes in. There's now an overcard out there to the queens and jacks.
Check.
Keating has just over pot behind. How sick is the man in the 8th seat?
Come on.
All in. Play of the night thus far. Will it work? Jack's thinking worst river card possible. Pot is over $1 million. A ridiculously tough spot here for Jack. That man just bluffed off his stack and is 0% nervous. Can Jack somehow find the call? He's got to worry about Peter as well. World-class shove by Keating. Can either Jack or Peter find the world-class call? Jack's gone.
I believe you.
Peter studying his opponent. These two have a lot of history. But it wasn't a heads-up pot, which makes this stronger from Keating. He'd have to be crazy to be bluffing into two opponents. That's what Peter's thinking right now. The game will be far out of the muck regardless of what Peter does here. Hero call or fold. Looks like Keating might get it through. Maybe not. Peter trying to get a live read on a player who's unreadable. This would be an unbelievable call. Torture for that man. Can he get it through?
No games today? Oh, did you say Denver? Yeah. There's games, but not today's Miami, Cleveland, and the worst game. Detroit next maybe? Last year, I forgot yet.
Give Peter credit for thinking this long. There's the call. Unbelievable.
Keating, I fucking.
Won $5 million last year in the $1 Million game. Wins over $1 million in this hand. With the call of the year.